She is born in New Haven, Connecticut in 1923, and her mother is quite young when she has her, so her early years are marked by you know, a certain amount of struggle, and then she comes to New York to take art classes. She discovers that she has an interest and a talent, and it's what makes her happy, so she starts taking classes at the New York Art Students League and also Atelier 17, which is Stanley William Hayter's printmaking studio. And she makes several great prints there, and you can see that early on her interests are abstract because that's the main focus of the printmaking studio. And then later her work gets a little more representative because she is awarded a scholarship to go to England and make work there. In England and Scotland she falls in love with the landscape, so she starts making these big, large, you know, engravings of moors and sometimes farms. You know, it's really idyllic, but at the same time, it does seem to have this sternness, this severity about them, the way that landscape shows severity. She loves hiking, and she actually says in an interview that she also loves weather and the you know, kind of weather's capacity to really change a landscape. And the feeling of smallness, really, that people have, you know, just going up to these rock formations, for example. And, you know, if you look carefully in a lot of her work, there are these small human figures hidden in the landscape. Sometimes it will be embracing lovers, sometimes it will be a farmer or a hiker with a dog. So you can see that she's really thinking about that relationship between man or woman or human and nature. When we were organizing the Atelier 17 exhibition, we did not know about Norma Morgan. And, you know, as reflecting the art scene of those years in New York, that scene is overwhelmingly white and male. So we wanted to include, you know, different voices that were making work at this atelier. And also to celebrate how she overcame a very challenging environment as a Black woman, you know, just getting out of being a student and being able to put her work in shows, and then her works entering the collections of institutions like MoMA, like Library of Congress, like the National Gallery of Art. This is Norma Morgan's first solo museum exhibition, which speaks to the fact that she was very understudied. And there were scholars who were aware of her. Christina Weil included her biography in the Women of Atelier 17 book, but also her work is very interesting in it that she starts out as a printmaker, but then she has all these experimental materials coming into her work later, like watercolor, like day-glow acrylic. So we wanted to contextualize what the entirety of an artist's career means, and also how it interacted with her identity as a Black woman. And we wanted to celebrate the way that her work was collected. That was really important to us, because how does an artist become a household name? How do they become an important artist? We usually look at metrics that are very conventional, like solo museum shows, you know, catalogs, you know, critical attention. But there are so many artists that, because they face many obstacles in their life, don't get that despite being extremely prolific. And we had this opportunity to create this catalog to celebrate that, you know, basically, you know, that talent and those accomplishments, and we did it.